This is Dan Bathurst with Exit Realty. You guys have probably the strangest business model in the valley.
Do you really want to go into that right now, or we're kind of
we can a little bit. Well, they can call you and find out. But you have real estate. For those of you, I've been a realtor since 71.
That's,
a little,
you've been around
a little while. I started when I
it.
was 2.
Yeah.
And at any rate, pretty much everybody does the same thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody does the same thing. And you guys took a look at what was going on in the world. Because, real estate in the last 5 or 10 years. Let me ask you this. And you used to dabble in cars as well.
I dabbled for 30 years
If
in
10
cars.
years ago somebody would have told you would buy something, anything, sight unseen, would you believe them?
No.
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 And now
Not at all.
clothes, shoes, cars, even houses are virtual without personally seeing them. You're seeing them. It's all on the internet.
Exactly.
It's all internet business.
Exactly. And when you weigh those things out, and when you put it together, the cost of having a building and the cost of, and especially in a commission line of business, you're not really gaining anything when you see how many people actually walk into your,
They don't do that anymore.
First of all, it took a lot of guts to do what I did, I think, Yeah, they all log in. They know everything.
No.
They come in with a pile of papers like this, and they tell you what they want anyway.
Yeah.
So, you might as well accommodate them the best you can. And by getting rid of the building and sending everybody home, believe it or not, I get more work out of my agents now than I did when they were coming in and sitting around and talking all day.
I Skype with all of my clients. So we're face to face. We talk all the time. We email all the time. We text all the time. We're on the phone. A realtor, 90% of the time you're working at home on the computer, in the field on a laptop, or from you pull over in your car and the passenger seat is your office.
Exactly.
So why spend the bucks?
It's
for,
not.
brick and
It's
mortar?
not necessary. It really isn't necessary. And it's. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I've really made a lot of contacts. We're actually focusing a lot on investors. I have and I know that Liz could even back this up. The most important thing right now is to try and bring people to Big Bear.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is to, I look at the stats and the things, and an ironic thing. It was actually amazing to me when I was pulling the stats this week. We've got 55 homes that show in residential that we've put out up to date from the first of the year.
You mean added listings?
No. These are sold.
Sold?
These are closed escrows.
And it's February 3rd.
And it's February 3rd.
It's early.
55 residentials.
That's a pretty fair pace.
36 of those were conventional loans.
Huh.
One of those was FHA, and 18 of those were cash. When people are starting to buy with cash, and again, we're still on the low end. Those are your investors. Those are people that have been waiting for the moment. But when half of your homes are cash buyers, first of all, it's you hear all about FHA, and this is the way to go, and this is zero down. Well, they're weeding that out.
There was one?
One just
FHA.
one FHA and 36 conventional. So it's telling you that for the most part that the people are really, they're spending their money where they should in land as usual. That's always the thing that comes back.
Never goes away.
But the good thing about it is it's telling you that the investors are looking at Big Bear. They want to put their money here. There's a lot of things that are going on in Big Bear that are really upgrading the visual. It's the idea. We're doing a lot of things through the city that are putting it in people's faces again and showing them the value of what Big Bear has to offer. I know there's a lot going on with the redevelopment. So all these things are bringing it to the front page, and I think that it's important that the realtors understand that and they promote that, and bring the people back to Big Bear. So that's what my goal is.
I wish I could remember where I was reading this, but there has been a shift in how people are vacationing. Well,
Yes.
that's been my business for the last 35 years. More people are staying closer to home.
Exactly.
Instead of taking the huge trips 2 or 3 times a year, they're taking 8 or 9 or 10 closer trips because our work life has changed.
Exactly.
We're working more. faster pace. We're high pressured, so we're doing quick little getaways to recharge those batteries. In Big Bear, I mean, how many bajillion people are we within a tank of gas to?
Right.
From Vegas to, I don't know how far north you go, but San Diego. I mean, that's a huge populace, and we're it.
And it's so important. I have neighbors now that used to go to Mammoth all the time. You know, that was their big deal. And they found out, 2 hours
5
away,
hours with no traffic.
they can turn around and leave at 8 o'clock at night from LA and be here in 2 hours and enjoy a full weekend instead of driving for 5-6 hours or spending a ton of money to fly
Taking 2
somewhere.
days out for travel time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And our kids are enjoying it, and they, there's so many people that do not realize what Big Bear has to offer.
Don't tell it.
It's been a well-kept secret.
So what other stats have you got for us?
We're trying
the
to.
market's on the rise. We got more closings.
The market is on the rise, but as the things that are still happening, the land is still low. It dropped to $8 a square. So we've sold 6 lots since the beginning of the year. So that's still a struggle. We need to get the land, and we need to get building going again. We need to get these things happening.
Because the challenge with dirt is you can't move in tomorrow,
and you can't finance it. It's very difficult to get financing for dirt. So again, if we can motivate those contractors and now that the dirt is a lot cheaper, there's a good possibility they'll start investing in that again, and we can get some development going on.
Maybe we should go back to what Big Bear used to be. Campsites. We'll have to ask Liz to put the city council hat on and say, if you buy a lot, can you camp on it?
Huh, Liz?
Can you camp on it? Well, until I get the place. Bill, can I camp there? Whatever. What's your phone number? What's your website in case somebody wants to follow up with you?
909-878-0522.
Dan Bathurst, Exit Realty, and your website. Got some interesting tools on your website. Stuff that used to take me a week to put together, I can find in minutes now.
Well, if you really want to get involved in investing and you want to learn something about it, or at least experience what it's all about, I have a 4-hour course on there that's absolutely free. You can go on my website, which is exitrealtyBigBear.net. And just sign up on it. It just takes an email. It's a good 4-hour course. It'll educate you if you want to step into that residential investment. And it's a lot of fun. It's a good program.
I don't, just not to put too fine an edge on it, but it's great tools, but it's not just for the guy that's got several $1 million in cash laying around to do that. I mean, you've got a lot of stuff for first-time investors.
And that's the point of it. It's the idea that if you've always had that desire, you want to know what to do with your money now, and you want to invest in Big Bear. This is a great opportunity for you to do it do it in your home while you're watching the kids. Do it wherever you want. It's, you can start it up and shut it off anytime you want. But it's just a good, clean education, and it's for everybody.
It's not one of those
for the
little,
beginners.
No money down, be a millionaire tomorrow.
Exactly. No. It's not one of those midnight deals. It's a real education.
Dan Bathurst, Exit Realty. One more time, the phone number.
909-878-0522.
Your wife's phone number.
Can I?
No,
I don't remember.
I can't trick you up anymore. You know what I'm going to ask you.
One more thing I would really like to ask everybody to do is to be aware of this new 3.8 Medicare tax and unearned income is coming at the end of the year. I think that since it is tax season, that you should all be aware of it, because it is going to be hitting you for anybody that sells their home over $250,000. I know I'm talking fast, but that's something that you should be aware of.
Okay,
it is part of Obamacare, so it's hidden in that 2,000 pieces of paper.
Yeah, so make sure you get in. And you guys do a newsletter with this kind of stuff in it?
Yes, we do a newsletter.
Okay.
Yes, we
All
do.
right. Very
So
good.
if you'd
Give
like
Dan a
that
call.
newsletter, give me a call.
Shay's going. Wrap it up.
Okay,
Wrap
we're
it
done.
up,
We're done.
wrap
See
it
you.
up,
Have a
wrap
nice
it up.
day.
Commercials. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes with Liz Harris talking about the Bear Valley Education Trust. Don't go and how to go dancing. We got
More dancing.
Yeah, Club Bombay. We're going to go
Okay.
party a little
All
bit.
right.
We'll be back in just a couple of seconds. Don't go anywhere.
Have a good day.
I can't